Okay, thank you everyone. And now for our assignment. Class, did you access and answer the assignment that I posted in our Google Classroom? Did you answer, class? Alright, very good. Okay, for our energizer, I want everyone to open their camera and let's do this simple exercise while on your seat. Okay, can I request everyone to turn on your camera? And just follow me, okay? First, you need to sit up straight and then position your hands with your chest like this. Did you get it, class? Alright, position like this and then you will going to do like this. One, one, two, one, two, three. Okay? With a sound like this. Ha, 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 ha. Okay? We will going to do that 2 times, okay? Are you ready, class? Okay, sit up straight. Position your hands. Ready at the count of three. One, two, three. Ha! 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 One more, class. Again, one, two, three. Ha! 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 Okay. Okay, class, I'm sorry. I got lost my connection. Alright. Did you hear me, guys? Class, did you hear me? Alright, sorry. I got lost my connection. Okay, do you already do the exercise? Okay, good. Let's proceed. Alright, for our drill, let us test your knowledge. Use your chat box to answer yes or no. Again, use your chat box to answer yes or no. And this is the first question. Is it a full moon, class? Can you type your answer on our chat box? Yes, Jessica and Arisa. Very good. This is a full moon. The next one. It is a waxing gibbous. Chat your answer on the chat box. Yes, Jessica and Jezebel are correct. This is a waxing gibbous. Next. It is a new moon. Type your answer on the chat box. Very good, Arisa, Amy, and Jessica. This is not a new moon. Next. It is the last quarter moon. Type your answer, class. Very good, Jezebel, Arisa, Amy, and Jessica. This is not a last quarter moon. And the last one, it is the Whining Crescent Moon. Yes, Amy, Jessica, Joanna, and Jezebel, you are all correct. This is a Whining Crescent Moon. Let's proceed. For our review, can you define again what a satellite is? Class, can you define again what a satellite is? Who wants to answer? Yes, Amy. Very good, Amy. Thank you. A satellite is an object in space that revolves around the planet. Now, I have a question, class. Have you wondered how it feels to be on the moon? Have you wondered how it feels to be on the moon? Who wants to answer? Yes, Jezebel. Yes, it's still scary, but I think it's also exciting to be on the moon, right? Okay, next. Have you noticed that its shape seems to change from time to time? Plus, did you see the different shape of the moon here? Yes. So, the moon changes its shape from time to time. Next, have you seen the beautiful full moon appears on the horizon? Like this one? Did you see a moon like this, class, in the sky? Oh, not yet. So sometimes I think last month ago, this kind of moon appears on the sky. Some people call this the red blood moon, but one thing for sure, this is a beautiful scene in the sky. All right, now, class, let's have some of the characteristics of the moon. The moon is not a planet but a satellite. Again, remember class, the moon is not a planet but a satellite. A satellite, like we said a while ago, is an object in space that revolves around a planet. So as you see in our PowerPoint, this is the Earth and this is the moon. The moon revolves around the Earth. Did you see the picture, class? All right. So, okay, very good. A moon makes one complete revolution around the Earth in 27 and one-third to 29 and one-half days. Again, a moon makes one complete revolution around the Earth in 27 and one-third to 29 and one-half days. So, the moon revolves around the Earth. So the time to complete the rotation or the rotation of the moon from the earth is about 29 and one-half days. And this is called month. Okay? This is called month. When the moon complete the rotation from the original position and back to the position again, that is called a month. Okay? And the shape of the moon is round. Next. Its shape seems to change from time to time. There are times the moon looks round as a plate, like this one in our picture, and sometimes it appears like a bangka, like this one. These apparent changes in the moon's shapes are called phase. Again, class, these apparent changes in the moon's shapes are called phases. Alright, the moon shines by the reflected sunlight. So again, the moon shines by the reflected sunlight. Class, remember this. The moon has no lights of its own. The moon just borrow lights from the sun. And that the lights that we see when we look on the moon. Only one half of it is lighted at any time, so as the moon revolves around the earth, the moon changes its position in relation to the observer on the earth. So when we look at the moon, we saw different shape of the moon. It's depend on our location. So if you are in other place like Visayas and someone is in Mindanao, when they both look at the moon, they will going to see different shape because of their different location. Okay, next. Now let's proceed to our topic, phases of the moon. Number one, new moon. Who wants to read? Who wants to read? Okay, Jessica. All right, thank you, Jessica. When the moon is when the moon is between the sun and the earth, you cannot see the moon. You cannot see the moon because it's totally black. It's totally black. Mom, you will ask me, there's still moon when there's new moon? The answer is yes. The moon is still in the sky, but we don't see the moon because it is totally black because there is no reflected sunlight that coming from the sun that reflect on the moon. That's why it is totally black. Okay? And this is the new moon. Next one, who wants to read? Raise your hands. Yes, Eureka. Thank you, Erisa. The waxing crescent. After a new moon, when the moon seems to be growing, it is undergoing a waxing phase. As the moon starts to appear in a semicircular form, waxing crescent start to appear. Class, remember this. Waxing means seems to be growing or to be growing or to get bigger. So when we see the waxing, it means that the moon is getting bigger. And take a look at the picture in our PowerPoint. So this is the reflected lights coming from the sun. So as we see, one-fourth part of the moon is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun, and this is on the left side. So one-fourth of the moon that we see is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun. Okay? And that is the waxing crescent. The next one. First quarter moon. Who wants to read? Raise your hands. Yes, Jezebel? Okay, thank you, Jezebel. First quarter moon. About a week after the new moon, you see half of the lighted side of the moon. This is called the first quarter moon. So class, take a look at the picture. We see that half of the moon is being lighted by the lights coming from the sun. And this is what we call the first quarter moon. Okay? The next one. Who wants to read? Raise your hands. Who wants to read Waxing Gibbous? Anyone? Yes, Jessica. All right. Thank you, Jessica. Waxing Gibbous. It's Gibbous class. The pronunciation of this is Gibbous. J-G, Gibbous, not Gibbous. It's Gibbous. Okay? So, waxing Gibbous. When most of the portion of the moon is visible in the sky, it is known as waxing gibbous. So take a look at the picture again, class. In the picture, we can see that three-fourth part of the moon on the left side is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun. So when we see that the moon is bright like this, like a shape of uh, a half egg, this is called a waxy gibbous. Alright, next. Number 5, the full moon. Who wants to read? Yes, Jezabel? Alright, thank you, Jessica. Ay, Jezabel. I'm sorry. A week after the first quarter moon, you can see half of the moon is lighted. Plus, I want to emphasize this half of the moon is lighted because you see almost full part of the moon is lighted on our picture. It goes like this. Sun has two parts, the one that we see, and there's also part in the back of the moon that we cannot see. So this full moon, the part of the moon that can be seen by our eyes is fully reflected by the lights coming from the sun. So that's why it's called full moon. So the entire part that we see on our eyes when we look at the sky on the moon is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun. The full moon appears as an entire circle in the sky. This is a very bright, big moon when full moon happened. Alright, next. The Whining Gibbous. Who wants to read? Raise your hands. Alright, Erisa. Alright, thank you, Erisa. So, class, Whining Gibbous means, or whining means it's getting smaller. So, waxing means getting bigger, and now we are here in whining, so it means it's getting smaller. In whining gibbous, we can see that the reflected lights of the reflected lights from the sun is almost three-fourth part. It's three-fourth part. It's three-fourth part, but now it's on the left side. So always remember that three-fourth part, and it is on the left side. Alright? And when the waning gibbous appears, the moon, it is a sign that the moon is getting smaller. Alright? Next one. Last quarter moon. Who wants to read? Yes. Yes, Jezabel. All right. Thank you, Jessica. I, Jezabel. I always getting wrong with your name because the two of you are both J. All right. So in the last quarter moon, in the third week of the month, you again see half of the moon's lighted part. This is called the last quarter moon. Soon the moon disappears again and another new moon appears. So again, class, take a look at our picture in the PowerPoint. This is the last quarter moon, and the reflected light is on the left side. On the first quarter moon, we can see that the lighted part is on the right side, And then on the last quarter moon, we can see that the reflected light is on the left side and it is one half. Okay, it's one half. The next one, the Whining Crescent. Who wants to read? Yes, Jessica. All right. Thank you, Jessica. The Whining Crescent. During the Whining Crescent moon, oh, during the waning crescent moon phase, the illuminated part of the moon decreases from the lit-up semicircle at the third quarter until it disappears entirely at new moon. Alright, in waning crescent, we can see, class, take a look at the picture on the PowerPoint. We can see that the one-fourth part of the moon on the left side is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun. So the moon is starting to disappear in this stage or phase of the moon. And this is the waning crescent. Again, remember, one-fourth part of the moon is being reflected by the lights coming from the sun on the left side. Alright? Let's proceed. Okay, I have here questions. Raise your hands if you want to answer. Okay, number one. What is a satellite and give example of it? What is a satellite and give example of it? Raise your hands, class. Yes, Erisa. Alright, very good, Erisa. Satellites are objects that revolve around an object bigger than they are. Our moon is an example of a natural satellite. So class, remember again, the moon is not a planet. The moon is a satellite, alright? The moon is not a planet, it is a satellite. Okay? Next question. How many days does it take the moon uh, to complete its cycle, and what do you call this? How many days that it takes the moon to complete its cycle, and what do you call this? Who wants to answer? Yes, Jessica. Very good, Jessica. The moon takes 29 and one half days to complete one cycle. Again, class, the moon takes 29 and one half days to complete one cycle. This period is called a month. Again, this period is called a month. Right? Next question. Where is the light from the moon coming from? Where is the light from the moon coming from? Who wants to answer? Raise your hand. Yes, Amy. All right, very good, Amy. The moon only borrows light from the sun. Class, always remember this. The moon has its no lights of its own. The moon only borrows light from the sun. And the light you can see from the moon is just a reflected light from the sun. Right? Next. How does the moon appear to have different phases? How does the moon appear to have different phases? Who wants to answer? Yes, Amy again. All right, very good, Amy. The moon appears to have different phases because of the different amount of light it reflects from the sun as it revolves around the earth. Again, the moon appears to have different phases because of the different amount of light it reflects from the sun as it revolves around the earth. Okay? Okay, for our generalization, what are the different phases of the moon? Who wants to answer? Yes, Jessica. All right. Thank you, Jessica. So the different phases of the moons are the new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter moon, waxing gibbous, the full moon, the waning gibbous, the last quarter moon, and the waning crescent moon. That is the 8 different phases of the moon. All right. I have here again a question, class. What do you think is the importance of knowing the phases of the moon? What do you think is the importance of knowing the phases of the moon? Who wants to answer? Yes, Jessica. Yes, Jessica, you can answer. All right. Thank you, Jessica. Okay. Knowing the phases of the moon will give us a better understanding on our solar system, the sun, the tides, and much more. We now know the different phases of the moon and why the moon appears to have different phase or different shape every night. And class, remember this, the more we see the different phases or different shape of the moon, the more we appreciate how powerful the creator of the moon is, and that is God. So we need to value and give importance to everything that we see that the Lord God created for us because this is our treasure. All right? Next. All right, now this is the exciting part. So I already tell you to prepare an Oreo cookie for our Oreo cookie Faces of the Moon activity. All right. So I will going to read the procedure. So number one, gently separate the Oreos so as filling is at one side. Be careful as you separate your Oreos. Full moon and new moon are already done when you pull apart your Oreo, okay? Scrape off peelings to resemble each piece of the moon. Place Oreo pieces in the plate in correct order, okay? In relation to the earth and sun. Label the Oreo pieces starting with the new moon. Once you finish your work, just raise your hands in order for me to know that you are finished. And finally, present your work in the camera with a brief explanation and identify the different phases of the moon. And let us have a picture taking. Alright? Class, I will give you 2 minutes to work for this activity. Are you ready, class, to work for your activity? Okay, everyone is ready? Okay, I have here a timer and your timer start now. The procedure is on the screen. You can take a look at the procedure to help you in your work to create an output that you need to see later. Alright, we still have 1 minute to do that. 30 seconds left, class. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up. Okay, so now, class, I'm excited to see your output for our Oreo cookie base of the moon activity. Are you ready to present your work, class? Alright, raise your hands. Who wants to go first to present their work? Who wants to go first? Yes, Amy. You can turn on your camera and present your work with your classmate. Wow, it's so delicious. Okay, you can now identify the different phases of the moon in your output. Wow, very good, Amy. Thank you for presenting your work. Okay, who wants to present their work next? Yes, Jessica. Can we see your work? Where is your work? Wow, I just see a little bit. Wow, that's nice. A cute size Oreo cookies. Okay, Jessica, you can now present your work and identify the different phases of the moon. Very good, Jessica. Good job. Now, next. Who wants to present next? Raise your hands, class. Don't be shy. Yes, Joanna Marie. Where's your work? Sorry, I can't see your work, Joanna. Just a moment. Joanna, do you hear me? All right, Joanna, I can see your work. I don't know if I'm the only one who cannot see your work, but turn on your camera and mic and you can present now. Joanna, kindly raise your hands if you are finished. All right. Thank you, Joanna. I hope your classmate already here your presentation on your work. And class, this is the good part. After our class, your Oreo cookies, you can take your Oreo cookies as your snack. All right? So, thank you everyone for participating in our activity for today. All right? But we are not finished, okay? We still have more. Okay, let's proceed. Just a moment. All right. This is how your this is how lookalikes your output is. For this activity, I would like to give three tips for you to work easily or for you to remember easily the phases of the moon. Okay, so you can draw this on your paper or you can create another activity like this. But the best part of this is you will familiarize and identify and memorize the different phases of the moon easily. So first, always do the diagram on a circle form like this one, like you saw on your PowerPoint. And then second tip, as you see, most of the fillings of the Oreo cookie is on the outside part. This is the outside part, and this is the inside part. So almost or all of the fillings of the Oreo cookie is on the outside part. So these fillings is represented by the reflected lights coming from the sun. So always remember that. The third one is we can see that in this new moon, there's zero, no fillings, no fillings at all, char. On this second, this is the Whining Crescent, we can remember class that you need to remember this is 1/4, this is 1/2, and this is 3/4. And then we have whole, and then we also have again 3/4, 1/2, and 1/4. So when you remember the three things, you can remember easily the different phases of the moon, even though it is eight. So it is so many that you need to remember, but with these tips and with that activity, you can easily remember the eight phases of the moon. Okay? Okay tayo dyan. Is it okay, class? Alright, now let's proceed. Okay, for our evaluation class, I have here a link of our activity. This is posted in, uh, this is created in Google Form. I will going to post the link of our activity on our chat box. Just a moment. Just a moment. Alright, class. I already posted the link of our activity in our chat box. You can now access it and answer it. Okay? I will give you 2 minutes to answer that. And for those who have a slow internet connection, you can answer on your paper. Here is the question, and then just access the link later if you have a fast internet connection. Okay? I will give everyone 2 minutes to answer the activity. And your timer start now. Just tell me if you can access the link, class. Okay? Okay, class. 1 minute left. Okay. 20 seconds more. And time is up. Class, just raise your hands to let me know that you are finished. Okay, Jessica is finished. Let's wait others to finish the activity. Just raise your hands, class. Alright, Amy is finished. Alright, Teresa is also finished. So almost everyone is finished. So now class, you already view your score in our activity, right? Raise your hands. Yes, okay. Jessica already viewed her score. And also Erisa. How about Amy? And Jezabel? And Joanna. Okay, Joanna, very good. Alright. So for those who have a slow internet connection, let's have a quick answer of our activity. Alright? For number one, raise your hands if you want to answer. Who wants to answer number one? Yes, Jessica. What's the answer? What is this in the picture? Jessica? Jessica? Can you type your answer, Jessica? Okay, yes. B, it's new moon. Thank you, Jessica. Number 2, who wants to answer? Yes, Joanna. Just type your answer, Joanna, on the chat box. What's letter? Okay, it's letter A. This is a full moon. Number 3, who wants to answer? Raise your hands. Okay, Irisa, just type your answer on the chat box. What's letter? Is the answer in number 3. Okay, number P, it's letter C. Very good. Okay, number 4, who wants to answer? Raise your hand. Raise your hands if you want to answer, class. What's the answer in number 4? Okay, Jessica, type your answer. Alright, number 4 is letter B. Very good. This is the first quarter moon. Number 5. What is number 5? Who wants to answer? Raise your hands. Yes, Jezebel. Just type your answer, Jezebel. Alright, it's letter C. Very good. And number 6, who wants to answer? Yes, Amy. Number 6. Just type your answer. Alright, it's letter B. Very good, Amy. Number 7, who wants to answer? Yes, Jessica. What's your answer, Jessica? Number 7. It's letter B. Very good. Now for number 8. Yes, Joanna. What's the answer in number 8? Just type your answer. Alright. Thank you, Joanna. It's letter C. Alright, class. So for those who have a slow internet connection, you already know your score in our activity. So now let's proceed. Oh, just a moment. Stay again. Alright, for our assignment, I also have a link of our assignment, and this is also posted in our Google Classroom. For those who have a slow internet connection, just take a screenshot of our assignment for your reference later. And for those who have fast internet connection, I will going to post the link of our assignment in our chat box. Just a moment. Alright, class, I already posted the link of our assignment in our chat box. Just copy and paste it uh, for you to work on it on your free time later. Okay? Is that okay? Raise your hands, class, if you get my instruction. Alright? Very good. Everyone is getting my instruction. Okay, thank you. Okay, class, do you have any question? None at all. Okay, very good. So you understand our lesson for today. And that is our lesson for today. Thank you all for listening. Keep safe, everyone. God bless us all. Bye. Thank you. Ma'am, ano, relax na ako. Opo, ma'am, masakit ulo ko. Opo. Naglip. Pa yan. Ma'am po. Ma'am, ako po nagle-live. Sorry po, nagle-live po pusa. Tinitignan ko kung ilan eh. Tinitignan ko po kung ilan yung audience ko, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.